Okay. Yeah. Can I hit that? Okay. Yeah. Can I hit that? Can I hit that? Okay. Can I hit that? Yeah. Stars born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my fate, cause these...
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Las Vegas Raiders. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. Well, it's hard enough to play on the road in this league as it is, but to start on the road with a fumble on the opening kickoff, just not the precedent you obviously want to set.
Not at all, and now it's just words because they've talked about it all week. From the time they start game planning for this one, remember, going into hostile territory, we have to set the tone right in the beginning, and they do the exact opposite.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And they're in on the first play for scrimmage. Our crew and you and I, we better strap in here.
That's what's commonly known as quick strike. Points on the board. This could be a fun game.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try to get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Locke. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Melvin Gordon, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down at about the length of the football. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that 1st-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Lock now on 1st down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Throwing again here on 2nd down, this time complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 36. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Locke. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Complete.
A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. To throw it is Locke. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Complete
To a first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
2nd and 5 from the 8. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Let's go, come on. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Zane Gonzalez.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Shotgun snap to Locke. Got Gordon open, completes it. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Pretty entertaining start. 14 all the score on EA Sports.
14-14.
Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
3 brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a carry for Jacobs. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
The ball carrier.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessful.
Here's Logan Cook now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. He's going to field this at the 4. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see.
There goes Melvin Gordon. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Melvin Gordon, 87 yards. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. They got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 21-14. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Josh Jacobs.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
10 at the 46-yard line.
Now back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Now a dump off here complete, and he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40. They run it with Jacobs, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. His man complete over the middle. That's Jacobs. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from it. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Gonzalez lining up for the extra point.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Taken about 7 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lock. That's the right side here, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 32-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down is Lock. That is caught at the 7. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Jerry Jeudy. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have broken the tie.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Makes the score Broncos 28, Raiders 21. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
At their own 25-yard line.
Offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
In the heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. After the turnover, here's Locke.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
That time he was looking for Jerry Judy.
But it's going to be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A final shot before half for Locke.
He'll go up top here for Hamler. And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown. KJ Hamler.
As time expires in the first half, and the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability.
Brandon McManus lining
And
up.
just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, and maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. And that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. On the ground, Jacobs will get the 3rd quarter started. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Vegas. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Broncos first down.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Fakes the give to Gordon. Now here's Locke to throw.
And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did. Not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again. Block.
This is Hamler on the receiving end.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
13 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Block off of play action.
Right side is Hamler pulling it in.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Right back to him for 10 more and a 1st.
It's a gain of 10.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
3rd down.
Here's Locke. touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Broncos push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Once again, it's Jacobs. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
He was brought down by Michael O.J. Budia. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jacobs. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jacobs. And this time they were waiting for him, as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going.
It's a foot race. The 40, the 20, 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jerry Jeudy, 76 yards. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just run up nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jacobs. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They'll run on first down. Jacobs. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And the Broncos get there and take it down.
Right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. A great return there of 22 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. Looking left sideline, incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, but it'll be 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play. Now a toss right side. It's Gordon. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. No escape for Locke, and he'll go down. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I remember.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
A very good punt, but a 16-yard return.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They try big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
Josh Jacobs.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
At the 50-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Jacobs now. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jacobs.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's going to get this inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Jacobs. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Jacobs. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Today's
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Broncos, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2-9 now on the year. And they'll have a chance of redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.